A Native American teacher named Sun Bear once said, "If your philosophy doesn't grow corn, I'm not interested." In a greater sense, to grow something on a practical level, especially in our lives, it requires that we learn to let go, like burying a seed, being attentive to the sprouting life force under the soil, and then, of course, wait. And if the conditions are right, the seed will mature and make hundreds of more seeds. Such is the plan of the planet in the plants. I made another journey to the desert Southwest recently, driving from the Ozarks, this time to southern Arizona. Mostly I wanted to explore and discover what this sacred land feels like. I arrived in a town called Tombstone on a Friday afternoon after 2 days of driving. Shortly after I arrived, ironically, I came down with a scratchy throat, a respiratory infection, and cough. This lingered for over a week. Needless to say, it was difficult sleeping most of the time. This illness was a symptom of repressed grief held in my lungs and heart. I did as much as I could to recover, mostly sunbathing, taking air baths, walking. I even worked out at the local gym. The experience made me realize that one of the great lessons or skills in life is simply letting go. Like planting a seed in the soil, we often have no choice but to surrender to what is and endeavor to focus on the highest good we can imagine. I think where people get in trouble is in being overly preoccupied with things that don't really matter. Those mundane activities that do little to enhance one's health and peace. Often, I think it is because of repressed pain that we do this, emotional or otherwise. So we may be driven to go, go, go all the time, or engage in some kind of distraction, materialism, philosophical musings that really don't grow corn. Personally, I know a couple of people like this, and truthfully, it's unnerving to be around them for too long. Because of their hyperactivity, it's infectious, it's even a bit intimidating. And for someone like me who needs peace and tranquility, it can be even a greater challenge to be around those who are so self-driven all the time. So I came here precisely to experience the spaciousness of the desert, to gain a sense of calmness and serenity. What I've found was that these qualities of disquiet were deeply buried inside myself. And so it caused me to reflect and ask for divine guidance. What I learned is that I needed to release some inner attachments, old festering wounds that have never really been brought out into the light. For me, this process led to a medical office of a man who did some horrendous things to me in the past. He had long ago abandoned this office in Sierra Vista, Arizona. But I sought out the place and performed a cleansing ceremony. I walked around the building, releasing all psychic ties and karmic vows or agreements that I had with this person. It was a powerful experience. Afterward, I went to the park across the street, and I spent some time allowing the thoughts, feelings, and emotions to come to the surface. What I learned during this is how important it is to plant good seeds into the soil of our subconsciousness. Those repressed aspects of ourselves that we may think we've dealt with, they're often still lingering. All you have to do is look at the interactions you have with others, and in this way, you'll know without a doubt what's really under the surface. How much conflict or separation anxiety or grievances or barriers do you have in your life? I mean, take an honest look. Are there people who still make you afraid, who you can't trust or open up to? Are there people who cause you to react, perhaps unconsciously, whenever you're speaking to them? Honestly, this is not an easy thing to do. It's easier to blame them or think that they are the one with the problem and not you. Is it possible to walk the world in innocence without stirring up division around you or discord or suffer interpersonal and relationship conflict? What I learned is that the answer is that we have to look at our own mind and look at our personal beliefs and philosophy. Does it grow corn, food, healing herbs? Does it contribute to human existence? Does it participate directly with the earthly mother? Or is it about something else? Does your philosophy and your belief system just sound otherworldly and beautiful, but produces nothing? Believe me, there are people who settle into this kind of thought process. Humans are very good at fooling themselves. Sometimes we may even believe we actually embody a sense of benevolence, when in fact, we're just secretly harboring judgments and irritations and annoyance. What kind of seeds are you planting? In the next video, I'll share what I discovered on this adventure into the wilderness of my own ego mind. Until then, peace be with you.
you.